So Destiny!
Speaking of Destiny, which is to say, speaking of...
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
Who's that? I don't remember her.
This isn't Ending C, but Ending C is really short, so I tacked this onto it.
Ah.
You get this scene if you are able to stop her from being assassinated.
Oh, cool. How'd you do that? Because I tried a bunch, remember?
You go back in time to that scene, and basically she runs away from you and you chase her. The gunshot misses her.
Oh.
And she stops and then thanks you because, I guess you were trying to save my life. And then in the confusion, Homunculus just takes the baby and no one seems to notice.
I assume they noticed eventually.
Eventually, but not while talking to Ike.
She seems more poorly rendered than the other characters.
Possibly because she's optional?
Yeah, like, look, she kind of looks like she's made out of clay for a stop motion thing. But yeah, so, speaking of Destiny, speaking of WCPW Defiance.
Yes!
Wrestling. Pay-per-view titles.
What's going on?
Speaking of pay-per-view titles, theme songs for those pay-per-views.
Yes!
Is there a better one than No One's Safe for No Regrets?
Does Fight Back count?
No, because that's for Loaded, not for a pay-per-view.
Wasn't that the theme tune to Fight Back?
Dang. Maybe. I'd say No One's Safe is better than Fight Back.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Shattered Skies, you know. Then what did Joseph Connor's entrance theme?
I've never heard anything.
It was a great entrance theme.
And Joseph Connors.
And Joseph Connors.
I am a one-man woman, and you know very well that you are that man.
What are they going on about?
Basically she's recognizing me as the weirdo who chased her around 20 years ago and saved her life.
Alright.
What's a lot?
It's been, I forget if we saw it or if I put it in this, but there's also an ending where Eckhart reveals the reason he's after you is because a guy who looked just like you murdered his wife.
Oh, I never saw that. Because I saw the bit where he's trying to kill us because he's paid to do that by Hugo.
Maybe I did put it in this, but no, there's a point when he says, a guy who looked just like you murdered my wife and fled the scene. Obviously it's not you, but oh, the rage that I feel.
Gotta kill someone who looks like you.
So ending C is one that we could have gotten, but didn't. We went for a better ending than that.
Oh, good.
So, you tell Margaret that she is your ancestor, and then you don't...
Is that a bottle of Glaver?
Which one? This one?
No, well, the other one. That's a...
I thought you picked up a remote to rewind it then.
No.
Like, that's your phone.
Yeah.
And this is my laptop. I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning. I don't need to justify anything.
One of those days where it feels like I overslept and then it turns out that it's like 7:15. Alright. That painting that hasn't been painted yet.
So yeah, skip ahead.
Hugo,
you've
never even seen your own face in the mirror, have you?
Do we have one for every one of these videos now?
Maybe. See, I really do hope there was like a secret ending where you can just hold up a picture frame to Hugo and just punch him.
That was basically what we had with B2.
Yeah, I suppose.
I forgot that's how that ended. That's great.
Never mind that.
So, we have the option to time travel straight away. Obviously, you can go and find Homunculus. That's what we did. But instead, let's go even further back.
Something happening to Hugo in this time?
And not solve a puzzle the way I thought it would be solved. but the way you thought it would be solved, and that I was just being dumb when I questioned it.
Oh, right. What's that?
So what you have to do is you have to go back in time and burn the notes on Homunculus.
Makes sense.
And the reason we couldn't do it, even though we tried, is because as soon as you speak to the fortune teller or Homunculus,
they have to have existed in order for you
yeah.
to do that.
So the notes don't exist anymore in the past because the lab's destroyed, and the rest. So what I thought you had to do is use the lighter on the notes, because that makes sense. No, you put it in not the fire pit, basically where the guy was doing the alchemy.
I mean, this place already looks kind of wrecked. Oh, are you going to be like, oh, got to go back further? Got to get back in time, just like Huey Lewis in the news would have done.
I believe the only thing I remember about ending C is that I got legitimately really angry with it and started yelling at the group chat.
Why? Well, we'll see.
Because it's just, you'll see, but it's just, oh really, that's the ending?
Tony, you know for sure that he did insist. You can't. He's nowhere to be found. Spirit.
Is that like a solution to Hugo being a growing lad, such that, you know, he maybe started off with them all laced together for shorter sleeves, and now he's grown a bit, so they like loosen up the lacing so he still has cuffs at his wrists?
Maybe.
Like, I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I've certainly never seen it outside of wacky fantasy. But,
We were talking about metallurgy just now, and my grasp on history and historical clothing is not super great.
True.
So,
True.
or geography. Episode 2, I'm like, oh, here's where we are in Germany. And my German friend's like, nah.
Oh, why?
No, you're not.
Why? Like what? Because you like said the flags? Or?
Yeah, one of the red and white flags is a German flag.
Yeah.
Depending on which way up it's flown, it could be one of two districts.
What's happening here?
Dr. Wywee, get out of here! No, that literally is just the Wily capsule. But no, the other flag, the black, yellow, and blue, doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
That's just made up for this game. So when I said, here is where we are in Germany, no.
Ah. Wait. Jacob Crow?
That's the best scene!
It's Grandpa! No, you fool, it's me! Grandpa!
That bit and
What
Ghost...
came first?
Sorry?
What came first? This or Time Splitters Future Perfect?
Oh,
Probably this.
I don't know.
Probably this.
The only other bit I remember from Future Perfect that cracks me up is in the second part of the Ghost section. The best mission in that game, where you meet your past self and look at this weird equipment you've got and you go, Ghost Goggles!
Ghost gun.
And it's just the cheesiest line. We make a great team, Cortez. I said that too, Cortez. But we gotta split up now.
Not only that, but long ago, the stranger possessed the philosopher's stone. With the stone combined power of science.
Power of science.
Human life is finally possible. Of one particular
Creation of human life is already possible.
Yeah, that's basically our one job as a species.
How did you know that? Because I am.
Kind of looks like a hobbit. The old one.
Listen, there's more to the story.
So quick question, wouldn't future Hugo have known because past Hugo knows?
Well, it's been, what, like 60 years?
Well, yeah, like...
That's assuming this is a predestination paradox and not him changing history.
Oh, get wrecked! Maybe
You
this...
should just, like, have picked up Hugo and thrown him at him. Think fast.
Maybe this isn't the ending I was thinking of then, because that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah!
I forgot that happened. I recorded these a while ago.
Oh, better go to sleep.
Wake up.
So we are... Is it 3 for 3 or 2 for 3 on Margaret just straight up fainting?
I forget.
We were talking about destiny and stuff, so... Anyways, no, that is how we get ending C. You go back in time, this whole thing... Hugo doesn't ever have existed now. Problem solved. Not sure why the time machine is still there.
Yeah, it really shouldn't be.
Or why his time machine is this giant steampunk looking thing.
Because he's not homunculus. Homunculus is like smart or something.
True, I suppose. I mean, the only explanation given is that Hugo has a time machine because future Hugo gave it to him. Which means that he had it so he could give it to his past self, which... and the rest.
What's that? Oh, is that a little flower garden
Oh,
you can
yeah.
have instead of a statue?
If you request flowers, that's what it looks like.
Ah. That's okay. I prefer the statue.
The statue's better,
Yeah.
because it's like, that thing you did!
Me. I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Speaking of, right, there's a point, and I know I didn't record this one because it goes on way too long. Basically, there's a scene where the game calls you out if you use a walkthrough.
Oh. Cool.
So you know how you have to get a frying pan at one point?
Yes.
If you don't run into the burning bar, but instead go and talk to the juggler, you get the note saying you need a frying pan. Which lets you know that you need some sort of metal plate. Go through the rest of the game. When you need a metal plate, you can just take the sign from the photography store. At which point Homunculus comes out and says, how did you know to do that? Because I've got this egg here. Oh, I don't have an egg here. Where has it gone? Because you didn't write it yet.
To make sure that you
What are you playing at?
would rewrite that.
Do it properly.
Oh, time travel hurts my head a bit. I don't think I've ever actually noticed just how short his jacket is. Look at that.
Yeah. Was that the style at the time?
It was that style at the time, like
So I was
just
just
a couple of hundred years. It's the style of the time for matadors.
just to
A
get
couple of 100 years ago, you say?
I suppose.
Ending D, you say?
Well, we don't know about that.
Well, no, we don't. That's the only thing I remember, because isn't D the one you like the best?
I don't know. I forget
Okay.
which is which. We'll find out.
We keep doing this, not to say it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Very yes. Because look, we are clearly still alive.
Also, you know, Hugo running into Hugo solely happened because we were there to turn up and shout.
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, it's feasible that Margaret would have seen him and then they would have tried to fight, but... no, it happened because of us.
Yeah.
We did the good thing. Yes, no, this is the one I don't like.
finally over. This has been the longest day of my life.
Feels like it lasted multiple playthroughs. What is this?
The streetlights seem so bright. Never noticed that before. I guess I just took it all for granted, but this place can be so beautiful.
I'll grant the game that. It is kind of a nice looking little town.
Thing is, really, I just never realized it. The trees and the air and the small things you do every day. The way time passes, all beautiful.
Also, is this like a German construction? Do we know?
Probably.
Because I know as that as being like
Well, that's just...
Chester.
But yeah, but that's how, like, everything was built a couple of hundred years ago. Like, they still have it in Chester, because they're like, yeah, this is nice, let's not knock it down and build things out of
That's
bricks.
what life's all about.
Same deal with Nantwich.
Yeah.
But Nantwich is running out because they do build stuff out of bricks.
Well, you know, everything burned down in the Elizabethan times.
This is true. Also, to be fair, Chester's thing is history. They've just
Yeah.
got history lying about the place.
Yeah.
You go there as school. My school went to Chester Cathedral, and one of the assignments for that year was like write a poem on what it was like to be in such a reverent place. And I couldn't because I didn't go on that trip.
Ah.
So I'm just like, well, here's some lyrics from the World Message Tribe. The teacher will never know.
I can't expect that they would. But yeah, okay, no, that sucks to be Ike.
It was at this point I threw my controller down and I was yelling at you and Connor in the group chat. Get out of here, end in C. You don't belong in this world.
Hit by drunk drivers.
Dude, so it's like, join the club.
Hello, fellow young people.
Vulcan Skull.
If this was Wild Zero, we'd be drinking right now.
I like Chester Cathedral. It's dead nice in there.
It is.
At the moment,
Also,
it's got
this
a-
is horrific.
Oh, that is awful.
That's like actual blood pools.
That's terrible. But no, yeah, they've got like a big Lego model of the cathedral. Well, no, that they are slowly making, and you can like pay £1 to like buy a brick and put it in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But that was C ending.
Yep.
Get out of here, game. Do it properly.
I like the idea of making Hugo run into Hugo.
That was pretty clever.